Welcome to the Axiom. New file detected. Launching file.
Hello world, my name is Leo and today we are continuing the Blueprints file. I did end up deciding, you guys probably already know this by now because I would have said something in the last part, but I decided to continue after receiving feedback from a lot of you who've been enjoying this series and thinking about it from my own thoughts. Yeah, this game feels worth continuing. If I delve through all the layers of Animal Well, if I tried to get everything in like Antechamber and stuff like that, of course, this game definitely deserves the same treatment, especially because something tells me I'm going to enjoy the different layers of this game more than I enjoyed the layers of Animal Well after the first two. So yeah, let's go ahead and continue. I did set up a goals list because I wanted to try to keep track of what all I still need to do. So this is the list that I've come up with so far. Things I still need to do: drain the reservoir, open the safe in the study, get all of the classrooms, find the admin archives key, find the last microchip, dig under the grill on the patio, open the tiny study safe in the drawing room. Actually, that should be drafting room, my bad. Read all of the books that I unlocked last episode. Also, where we last left off, the main thing that we did was we unlocked all of the books in the bookstore. Light the candles in the chapel and solve the chess puzzle. So we're gonna see what happens. Do I have a blessing active? No, I don't. Also, there are more things. Oh, this changed? Trophies of Mount Holly, a recognition of outstanding excellence. Draft a room in each open slot of your house. Full house trophy. Complete the Mount Holly directory. 95 out of 110. Do I... Okay, solve 40 dartboard puzzles. Oh wow, I'm way farther away from that than I thought I was. Win 40 parlor games, halfway there. Create all 8 workshop contraptions. Win the drafting strategy sweepstakes. Interesting. I'm going to have to try to read all of those. Unlock all 8 realm sigils. I don't know what that means. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. Is room 8 the parlor? Reach room 46 in Dare mode, reach room 46 in Cursed mode, reach room 46 in 1 day. So yeah, day 1. Reach room 46 in under an hour. Buy out the entire showroom. There's a like gnat in my room. Ace the classroom final exam. Complete the trophy case. Huh. Okay, is room 8 the parlor? R for the directory. Oh, I haven't gotten room 8 yet. Okay, interesting. So there's 46 rooms here, plus that would be 54, 62, 70. I was gonna see if this adds up to 95, but I don't know how many are missing here. Oh, well, that's what I'm trying to find out. So I was at 86 here. This is 90. Actually, I wonder if these are added. I wonder. Hang on. So according to this, I'm missing 15 rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, which means there are, I guess, 6 as well, because I haven't actually drafted that one. So there are 9 additional rooms that I have yet to even find, let alone draft. Interesting. Okay. Well, I feel like I was going to say something and then I forgot. But I did have let's see, do I wanna? Let's just do the shrine. We'll put 10 coins in, I think. Blessing of the General. After you draft a red room, if you have at least 5 different ranks containing red rooms, gain 5 gems. That sounds not great. That requires very specific things to happen. And also that it would only be possible for me to set that off 3, because there's 8 total red rooms. It would only be possible for me to set that off 3 times, and only under very specific circumstances. Also, something that I need to well, we'll get, I think I need to get to the basement first anyway. But I did see something else, not a secret per se, but after I got to room 46, I was like, okay, that ending of... This looks very conspicuous. That ending affected me so much that I was like, I want to see other people's reactions to it. And surely I'll be okay looking at stuff I've already seen. I mean, like, it would just be going to the North Lever and then the ending cutscene from room 46. Surely... And I've seen all of that. There's nothing else. Surely I would not see anything that I missed. And then one Let's Player, as they were going to through the tunnel that leads to the North Lever, at one point in that tunnel, turned to the left, and I immediately it was like Odysseus in Epic after he's approaching home and then Poseidon rises out of the water to block his way. It's like, no. So I immediately turned it off, but I now know that there is a branching path off of the tunnel to the North Lever. No idea where it leads though, but yeah, so that's something I'll have to keep an eye out for. But either way, what do I want to do here? Do I want to draft the workshop this early? Nah, I have 2 of them. I'm bound to get it later. Because I will need the burning glass if I want to do the chapel. I also do think I regret setting the Chamber of Mirrors, the Hall of Mirrors to standard, because I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing to have it that common. Okay, boxes next to this box contain gems. That is false. Boxes next to this box contain gems. Wait a minute. Okay, no. Okay, so they're not counting this box as being next to this box. So this box is false. Boxes next to this box contain gems, which means because it can't be that. Wait, would that mean that neither of the boxes contain gems, which means it would be in here? Excellent. We know what we're doing. Oh, I was like confused as to why there were windows. I was like, what? Why would there be windows here? Okay. Let's see if we can find a way to dead end this, maybe. Yeah, let's do the hallway. Let's get ourselves a key. Boom. Here. Ugh. Would love to do the patio, but I don't have a shovel, nor do I have any other green rooms that I could take advantage of. Let's do the parlor again, actually. So we can get even more gems. Oh, I also do need to go back in the tomb to get that upgrade disc. So, tomb upgrade disc, because that would have put itself back because I didn't get the chance to use it. So if I get the ability to light candles, I do need to take advantage of that. So this box is not empty. This box contains gems. All statements that contain the word gems are false. So if this is true, then this would contradict itself, because then that would make this also both true and false. If this were false, all statements that contain the word gems are true. That would make this also true? Unless there's, like, recusing the word from this. So, I mean, this box does not have the word gems. This box does. If this is true, then this would be false, and this would be true. Or I guess they could both be false. If this is false, and all statements that contain the word gems are true, then this would be true. I feel like this, no matter what, this contradicts itself. I forget, when they did this with the word box, was this also counted? Okay, let's work out the logic as if this box is exempt from the logic. If this box is true, it would mean that this is false, and this could be true or false. But because this one could be either one. If this is false, all statements that contain the word gems are true. That would make this true, which would make this false, which would make 2 false, 1 true. Okay, let's run the other scenario. This box is not, if both of these boxes are false, which is possible, that would mean that this would have to be true, which is that all statements that contain the word gems are false. You know what? I'm gonna look at my past video and see if I can figure out whether or not those ones counted. The problem is I don't remember which episode had that puzzle. It's gonna take too long. I'm wasting time on this. So, is it like a crapshoot? Because this statement cannot be true or false. I'm half tempted to just stick the key in here. Okay. I'm half tempted to say this statement is false, because if we are assuming that this doesn't count, this being false is the only one that produces a definitive outcome, which would be that this one has the gems. If this is true, it would still be either this one or this one, because if this is true and this turns out to be false, this one could still be true or false. Like that, it kind of like hangs in limbo there. But if this is false, this would definitively be true. So assuming that this doesn't count, like, I don't think it's going to be the blue box. I think it's going to be this one or this one. This might be the first time I'm wrong. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Oh, oh, that was a close one. Because, yeah, that was the only scenario that produced a definitive outcome. Man, that was rough. Okay. Let's go with the storeroom. Let's get it over with. Let's get some, let's prep ourselves with what we need. We got 7 gems and 2 keys. We are doing pretty okay. Let's draft this one. Let's do the den. And then let's actually draft this next. Sure, let's do security. Shouldn't be missing anything. Yup. Keycard system. I'm gonna count on it being good. And unlocked. Exit. Oh wait, whoops. Let's go ahead and order. I've actually been noticing that magnifying glasses have been harder to find. So let's go with the magnifying glass. Something else I think I also want to do is I want to get the broken lever out of the coat check so I can just put that back in rotation when it comes to the items I can get. And then let's do remote terminal access, view active terminals. Let's go ahead and access the lab. And let's go ahead and start an experiment. Experiment setup. Continue with experiment. Let's do for each time you bypass a security door. How many hallways do I have right now? Just one. Permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. Start experiment. That is always a good thing. Now I just need to hope that I get the breaker box, which let me draft this first to make sure I'm not dead-ending myself. Ooh. Well, I don't want to draft that here. Let's do the pool hall. And then let's see if we can draft the breaker box here. Oh. Do I want to try to draft the furnace freezer? Oh, that's another thing I need to write down. Furnace freezer combo. I need to test that. Let's launder currency. That way, if I really need it, I can get keys. Alright, pool hall. Nothing that I can see in terms of items. Alright. 19. 4. 10, 25. 20, 14, 28, 4. Oh! That works for me. That's actually excellent. Alright, need a room that goes to the right. Alright, drawing room it is then. And this gets me a gem as well, actually. As far as I know, there's nothing else in here. Alright, let's see what I can do. There could be a shovel in the patio. You know what? If the patio gives me a shovel, just so okay, it didn't give me a shovel, but if I can get a shovel, Maybe from like the workshop or something. Then I can be happy. Workshop. Let's see if it gives me a shovel. It did not. Did give me a metal detector though. What items do I have right now? Nothing. All right. In that case, see if we can get the commissary. Okay, boiler room. I have to do that. And now I know that I can do... Oh. Now I know that I can do this to turn this on. And then after I turn this on, I can just turn it back over and it'll stay on, which is amazing. Patio does not have power as far as I know, so... I mean... I might as well send it that. No, I shouldn't. I don't know why I keep flashing the menu, sorry. Wow. What a series of rooms. Archives. And archive floor plan. The observatory, okay. Not bad, not bad. Let's actually see if I can, first off, any items here. No. Okay, second off, let's dead end over here. That one. The nursery, okay. I'll take that. I did want to dead end that anyway. Do I want to try to go for the freezer, or do I want to just go with something safe? Let's go with something safer. Oh, the walk-in closet. Well, this all of a sudden became a lot less safe. But it did give me gems. And today we have, I have 16 stars. The Southern Cross and Diamondus Major. Which I believe the Southern Cross is rooms with 4 doors or more common, and I get another diamond. Plus 5 diamonds, and wow. Okay. I will take that for sure. What rooms require 2? I want to make sure I'm not like... I mean... Great Hall would be nice if I had more keys. Let's go with the Great Hall. Don't know if there's anything there. Don't know if there's anything there. Alright, well there's for sure something behind this door. Let's just grab... Realistically, I should play it safe. I should just grab more keys. No shovel as far as I know, and this is not powered. I should at least do this one because it has stuff behind it. Okay. That paid off. In a sense. Now I just have to make sure I find... Well, I need to unlock all of these just to make sure I'm allowing myself a way out. Okay. That means this is most likely a dead end, and I don't think I need to bother with any of the other ones, actually. You know what? Cloister would be really good. Now, if only I had the shovel. Ha. And we have a thing here, which is lovely. For every green room... I do have a lot of gems. Could do the study, or I could do... Well, the library would just loop back around. I wouldn't be able to take advantage of it. That would kind of suck. This, I don't know what it would be. Let's do the study. Let's see if we can spend this. Let's see if we can do the study safe. And then let's really quick see if we can draft a green room here. Let's actually do the commissary. See what we can get ourselves. Ooh! Yes, please. Yes, please. And I don't need gems. I have plenty of gems. So I could get the detector shovel. Couple more coins. Won't say no to that. There was also some other dirt around, but I'll wait on that. Okay. What could this be? Because I don't know. This room is solvable. All the other combinations have been something in the rooms that they've been in. C, D, S, R? No. So little time left. Maybe by Thursday. Could it be Thursday? In which case it'd be November 6th? Or 5th? Right? Baron Sinclair passed away 11/4, which was a Wednesday. So... Okay. There has to be something in here that I'm missing. Date. Black Queen. Date. Maybe it's the fourth letter of the, maybe 0408? Maybe 0804. I know this is solvable because I don't know what the solution is, but I know someone else I saw was able to like enter this room for the first time and then solve it. So I know this is solvable. I didn't watch them like figure out the solution, but I know that it is solvable with the information in this room, which tracks with everything else. So is there anything else that counts as a gate if we count small gates? No mention of any gates here. Maybe Thursday of the week before? So if Thursday would have been... If Thursday would have been November 5th, the previous week would have been 30th. October 29th? No. Okay, if we go by the total number of paintings, there are 88 paintings? Because 44 letters in the message, 2 paintings per room. So maybe... Okay, and all the other ones, I've been overthinking it. I'm not seeing any gates here. Like, gate is not a word that's written on here. Gate is not a word that's written on here. 8 dates. Crack 8 safes. Man, I am at like a loss. I have no idea. I mean, I guess like D8. If we were to go rank 8, and like do like A, B, C, D, this would be D8. The letter there, I doubt this is correct. This feels like I'm way overthinking it. Is N. I don't know. I'm so... The fact that I'm not seeing... Like, I don't know why the logic of these safes escapes me so badly. I've spent so much time in this room, and the solution is usually much simpler than it looks. I don't know. I truly don't know. So I guess I will just keep going and hope the solution comes to me somehow. Let's go ahead and dig in here. I got a rock. Coin. And a turnip. Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and raise my allowance. Let's do that. Oh. What do I have? Nothing I would necessarily want to lose. But... oh, man. That was something I didn't want to lose. Is that a prism key? Okay. And a wrench. Alright. Well, at least I never have to come in here again. And actually, I can buy another one. No, I can't, actually. You lied to me. No, I don't own it. How could you say I own it? Alright, well... might as well draft here until I can figure out what the heck I'm doing. What is the prism key? It'll give me a shop. What do I have in terms of shops? I am still missing one. Would have been nice to have here. Yeah, that works. I need to get to that side of the house anyway. I do need to drain the reservoir and also look at that tunnel. Man, the study safe is now going to be the one that bothers me. But for now, let's just see where we can draft to. Can I even use the prism key here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Passageway actually works fine for me. And then if I get locked in, I'll just run back to the thing and... okay. That's good that we got that. I only have... That would give me a key. To give me 2 keys, actually. But let's see what this is. I can deal with that. That provides some more variable ways for me to go. Okay. The rotunda, or the furnace, or an archived floor plan. Let's do this, see what happens. The dark room. Okay. Let's just, Ooh. Let's not waste our gems. That's what I was worried about. Alright, oh well. Drafting studio. My allowance has been raised. Let's see what we got. Continue. Whenever you enter vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock, and the 4th one becomes locked. Huh? And then the clock tower. I'm very intrigued by the vestibule. Classroom would be interesting, but I think... What is this? An ornately framed yet modestly sized hall. It has served as the original antechamber in the old days, before eventually being removed from the estate for having doors that were prone to becoming stuck. That's funny. Commissioned blueprint made for Reddington Elementary. These floor plans were deployed in Mount Holly as a short-term solution to allow the... Okay, I saw that, yeah. Access to Mount Holly's... I'm very curious about the clock tower. I want to add the clock tower. And then the vestibule can come later. Okay, so... This. I did see someone speculate in a different Let's Play that could have something to do with these 4 trees. But I don't know how that would work, because it has to translate... Let's just... Wait, if we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. These are all small gates. So maybe it's not the apples. Is it the gates? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we count small gates, 8 dates. I didn't see whether or not the solution worked, by the way. I just saw, like, someone drafted this room and then said, "Oh, what if the apples are important?" Because it's like 4 trees. So 1, 2, 3. So 4, 4, 4, 2, or if we count the ones that have fallen, 4, 4, 5, 3. But these are small gates. So maybe, I don't know, there's, if we count like layers, 3, 4, 5, 1. That doesn't make any dates as far as I know. I hate you. 34, 35, 36, 7, 8, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. There are 37 apples. Could be 0, 3, 2, 3. Gosh! I'd lost the magnifying glass. No! Alright, well, I need to... Well, okay, hang on. I might as well see where this goes first off. Let's go check out that hallway. Let's really quick pull this. And then... Okay. I did not see this before. Do you need power? And you're blocked off. And this is just nothing, I guess. But this needs powered. Where would I even power this from? I have no clue. Well, I guess that is just a bust for now because I have no idea. I have no idea what could even be there. I have no idea what that is. So this will have to be something we come back to later. For now, let's see if we can get to room 46. Oh, I have a shovel now. Yeah. Grill. Where? Right there. File cabinet key. Likely opens a drawer somewhere on the estate. Am I passing by the archives? No. But I can pass by it on the way back. Laundry room. Fluff and fold. $16 keys. Let's make a quick stop in the archives. Aha! An upgrade disc. Insert into one of the many things. Upgrade your floor plan. East Reddington Hospital Certificate of Birth. This document attests that Mary Matthew Epson was born to Lady Clara Epson and Simon H. Sinclair in this hospital at 4:05 a.m. Tuesday, the 22nd of January in the 6th era in 1958. In witness thereof, East Reddington Hospital confirms that the information above is true and verified by its duly authorized officer of the Fen Aries Registrar of Persons, Doctors Lily, Rizzy, and Rose, and the registrar officer is Sarah Drivian. Interesting. So I got my mom's birth certificate. Don't suppose that's the combination to the safe. January 22nd. And in terms of things... Oh... Do I want to go all the way back to security to take care of this? Not really, but I... Should I or shouldn't I? How harder... would... Okay, so hang on. I would have the space to do it. As long as I don't deviate. And combined with the running shoes, might not be too bad. Okay, let's upgrade something. The parlor! Yeah! 3 gem prize, 2 wind-up keys, or... funeral parlor. If you open an empty box in the funeral parlor, lose 30 steps, but the amount of gems is equal to the amount of red rooms in your house. Nah, I usually don't have red rooms in my house when I'm drafting the funeral parlor. Why would... 2 keys gives me 2 chances at the puzzle, I guess. No, let's go with the 3 gem prize. So that'll just make things a heck of a lot easier for me. Well, it'll make things more convenient in terms of gems that I can get. Okay, really quick. I can always... dead end. I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on any items. Perfect. That works for me. And then that's going to be a dead end, so no point in opening that. Not terrible. Not terrible. Not terrible. Let's go for the aquarium. And that did give me more steps. A few unimportant pebbles, and that does give me a key. That did give me a key as well. What happens if I use the prism key in here? Oh, that's interesting. I love that actually. What would I even want? I could do green room and see if I get and to make sure I get the courtyard. Yeah, and then that would guarantee it. Hallway, red room, bedroom, hallway, red room, bed, courtyard, green room. There we go. Before I do that, though... Ah! Just for the chance to draft the pump room, let me do that. That's cool. I wonder if this tells me the rarity. I wonder if this will be the conservatory. Let's find out. Yes, that's what I thought. I am amazing. And there's another one here, which means I can raise my allowance even more. I could order a book from the library. You know what? Let's order a book from the library. Just to make sure I do that. Interesting. I think it was volume 1 that was in the drafting room. So I don't know where volume 2 is. Or maybe I do, and I just don't remember. Let's do the History of Orindia, the first edition. I'm very curious to see what consequences that'll have, actually. Continue. Okay. Conference room. I actually want that commonplace so that I could... Well, actually... Whenever items we spent at the house, they are placed in this room instead. Do I want it to be standard? Because I have never once been able to take advantage of this room. So I think making it common and being able to draft it early would only be a good thing. Of course, that would mean I would have to draft like the office and everything else early as well, but still might be worth it. So actually, I'll make this commonplace. Studies unusual. Furnace is rare. Oh. I've gotten it so often during this run. It's rare? I'll keep it rare. I don't want... Oh, wait, whoops. Study is also a dead end. I'm half tempted to keep this room as unusual. Just because I feel like there are other rooms... There are other dead ends that I would rather draft than this. Plus, this is not something I've taken advantage of all that much. It would be nice to get the safe, but then again, redrawing is just... I'll make it standard. Redrawing's really good, so we'll do that. A few coins. Doesn't look like there's any items here. A key! I have way too many of those. And more coins! All right. Let's just take it. Why not? Room 46. We have reached it. So we can actually see what it's like. Eight realms in 8 months. Oh, interesting. There's only 7. There's only 7 options for me to do. Marigold. These clocks are frozen. Jones. A drooping down treble clef? Sinclair, that's Simon Sinclair. And Lady Epson. A sanctum key. The first key found here on the furthest rank, the second key locked tight in the vault of a bank. The third is high up among the clocks, and the fourth down below beneath all the docks. The fifth key is held by a king on his throne, the sixth in a station left by one of your own. The seventh is major, and if you draft it quite late. And the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. The crown of the blueprints. The former ruby crown of Orinda Ares, recently set with freshly cut sapphires. The first time you draw a red rune while drafting, you may remove it from today's draft pool. If you do, gain 1 gem and redraw 4 floor plans. Interesting. So, obviously going to be taking a picture of that. Sanctum keys. 1 is in room 46. The second is in the vault. The third is in the clock tower. The fourth is in the reservoir. The fifth, held by a king on his throne. I don't know if I know where that is. The sixth is in a station left by one of your own. Seventh is major if you draft it quite late. I'm guessing music room. Draft late. Last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. Alright. Well, I am halfway to getting quite a few of those. Ah. These are all of the sigils. There are 8 of them. I don't suppose in the history of Orindia one there was a map, was there? So this is Orinda Ares. This one, hang on a sec. If we go with Orindia, Fen, Iraja. Actually, we can probably figure out. Yeah. Orindia, Fen, Iraja, Arch Ares. Oh, interesting. This is a Raja. Oh. Something's being drawn. And then this is Nuance. Or no, this is Carrerica. Which I have no idea where that is. If I had to guess, it would probably be this. Clocks in room 46. Frozen at 1:30. This one's not frozen. I wonder if I have to make it there before time runs out. This one, I barely recognize from somewhere. The other two I don't. What the heck? I can pick up the phone? What just happened? Oh, what the heck? This secret room is not as secure as you thought. We have your letters. 8 letters, 8 payments, 100 gold, instructions to follow. Oh. So that's 100% blackmail. And also, Eddie Ravane found room 46. I just realized there are 8 doors in the sanctum. There are 8 red envelopes. Do I have enough steps? 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Just might have enough. Okay. As much as I would love to keep exploring this, I'm gonna go now. Let's use the sanctum key. See what we can find. There are also 8 classrooms. Sanctum key. Oh. I can open any of them. Is the last key hiding behind door number 8? Let's open this one. This key will permanently open one door in the inner sanctum. Do you wish to use it on this door? Okay, the last key is waiting behind the last door of 8. I can see that being the classroom. But just in case, we'll do it here. The last door of 8. Oh. Oh, I need to know the sigils. I don't know this one. Oh my, okay. I know the, okay. Yeah, I don't know the other sigils. Okay. I know Fens. I think the other ones I just need to guess. And I would need to be able to figure out where each one, because I've gotten bits and pieces of other sigils. I know Orinda's. I know Fens. There's one in the Lost and Found. Jeez, okay. Alright, well. I don't know. I don't know what to do from here. I might as well... There wasn't anything here like... No. Nothing to indicate a core of any kind. Oh, are the stamps gonna be clues as well? Because like the turtle back on the one in the one area? I'm gonna have to organize my sigil notes into one area. I'm so tempted to just... Let's sit with this a little bit longer. See what we can figure out. Maybe the Black Queen isn't important. Maybe it's just date. In that case, which date? I'm so determined to look up a guide for this, but I'm so determined to not look up a guide for this, but I might have to look up a hint. Because for some reason, these safes just... It's so funny. So one of the Let's Plays that I was watching before I decided to not watch Let's Plays, I was... like, she was not the best at the puzzles, but for some reason she would nail the safes, and like I wouldn't watch her solve them, but as I was scrubbing through the timelines, she would be able to, like, I would see as I was like scrubbing that she would be able to solve all of them the first time she entered each room that they had them in, which is why I'm pretty sure this one can be solved with information in this room, because I know she was able to do it, but I just don't know how she did it. And it's like, in a way, it's so weird that like it feels weird to think that like the way my brain is wired versus the way like other brains are wired, for some reason I'm really getting like a lot of the other puzzles, but for some odd reason these in particular are escaping me. For some reason my neurons are not connecting the various points of logic that I need to solve these puzzles. Like, it's a date. There are like, am I associating the letters with the numbers? But if that's the case, that you would not be able to solve that as soon as you walked into the room. Excuse me. So is it something on here? Well, you have like C and Craft and Wrap. That's C, D, S, R, O, C, R, R, F, L, E. And it's like, I don't know what any of this could mean. Like, I have a feeling that the safe code is here. Like, I have a feeling the safe code is within one of these two pieces of paper. I've already tried the Thursday. Like, by the time he died, November 7th. If the date of the Black Queen is not the day that Baroness Orave passed, which you would not be able to figure out the first time you entered this room, because like the thing about being able to solve the puzzle with the tools available in this room would track with everything else. I might have to look up a hint. I have no idea how to solve this. Blueprint study Stave hint. Okay. So what I just glanced at from like the thing is that there are 12 different pairings on the notes and on the board combined. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11? Unless the ones that are crossed out don't count. In which case it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. Okay, another hint said that, like, it's in... Yeah. It's in the D8 position, and it's an 8 date. So, like, I did try 0804. Am I supposed to only take into account the unused, like the crossed out pairings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I only do the unused pairings, that would be 12. It's not 12, is it? Hold on. Hold on. How does that logic make sense? What? Hang on. That's actually really funny because that's my birthday. Hold on. Okay. Oh. Hang on. Okay. Hold on. Wait, what? Okay, hang on a sec. Yeah, I did notice this 08 before. So wait, is this not wrong? So hang on a sec. According to the Blueprints wiki, so D8 apparently December 8th also would have worked. The safe code is an 8 date. The queen is the 12th card in a deck of cards. These are the hints on the Blueprints wiki. I would not associate the queen chess piece with the queen in the deck of cards. There are 12 small paper mache doors. What the heck are you talking about? Where? The blueprints scattered around the place contain the number 8 and the number 12. I saw the number 8. I did not see the number 12. What? Okay, so apparently, actually, I don't know why August 12th also works, but apparently the intended solution is December 8th because D8. And apparently, like, according to the Blueprints wiki, like, there's 12 combined crossed out pairings, or like, I don't know. That puzzle is really confusing. Like, D8 date, I would not, based on the logic this puzzle has gone with, which I guess it's like many different types of logic, like the word, I don't know, associating D with December and then the 8 would not have occurred to me, but okay. Hold on. This is letter number 2. M. Or H? No, I think it's M. Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or two. It's all lining up, and all of our hard work is about to come to fruition. I have just learned that several members of the museum's guard are sympathetic to our cause. We suspect 2 more to be pure opportunists whose loyalty extends only to their coin purse. Your uncle has already agreed to let us use Mount Holly's flexible floor plan for a trial run, assuming the red print we have secured of the museum's closed exhibit is in fact accurate and up to date. What? Okay. We should begin these trials without delay once you arrive. If you can, within the next 2 months, fabricate some fiction that might alleviate us of the present. Oh, once you arrive, if you can, within the next 2 months, fabricate some fiction that might alleviate us of the presence of the servant staff. Until we meet on the shore of White Sands, Caleb. So that's Caleb Manning writing to Mary. This is obviously their plot to steal the crown. The shore of white sand is something from the Fortune. So wait, does this mean that they secured a red print of the museum's closed exhibit? Oh, it must not have been. I was thinking, were they able to, like, essentially steal the room of the closed exhibit and stole the crown through this? But no, that's not the case. What it actually sounds like is they got a 1-to-1 replica. They somehow secured a red print, which allowed them to draft a room that was a carbon copy of the closed exhibit, which allowed them to practice how they would steal the crown before they did it. That's very interesting. But yeah, I don't know. That logic just... I don't know. On one hand, it feels like it should be simple, like D8 date, but on the other hand, it's like, especially with the like words, like how the words have been working with like everything else in here, I don't think this, especially with something as confusing as, like, the person on Reddit, on the Reddit post I was looking at, and even like I didn't want to read too much just in case there were other spoilers, but so feel free to let me know if there are other hints besides this where August 12th or December 8th show up in other areas of this room. But like, it felt more logical for my brain to like even like associate D with the number 4, which is why I tried April 8th first. I would not have thought to associate D with December. So yeah, I don't know. And like I said, I also don't know why August 12th also worked. Like, do all of the flipped dates work? Like, I know the office was like, what, March 3rd? The drawing room was, I guess, March 5th, or like April 15th wouldn't have been able to be flipped. That's very interesting. Yeah, feel free to let me know if there are any other like hints besides this that should have been able to get me to August 12th. But yeah, that is very interesting. Let me, I guess, just end the day. And we'll go ahead and call it there. Garden Jigsaw House. 5 green rooms and 3 puzzle rooms. Alright, well, all in all, I'd say this is pretty productive. We actually got to see room 46. We got to see our mom's birth certificate. What else did we do? I mean, we opened the study safe, but like, meh. That one was a bit anticlimactic for me, not gonna lie, because Yeah, I don't know why I'm not getting the logic behind these puzzles. I don't know. I mean, once I knew, like, the small gate in the drawing room, that was okay. And knowing about the Isaac gates, that's a clever pun. D8 being December 8th. I don't know. I don't know how to... Maybe I'll feel better about it once I think on it more. But right now I'm just like, I don't know if my brain would have thought of that logic considering how everything else has worked up to this point. But yeah, either way, this was a good one. This was a good day. And yeah, I'm very much just happy to be playing more of this. So when we come back, we will try to drain the reservoir. I don't know. So there's 3 things we need to do with the reservoir. We need to fully drain it to see what's on the floor. We need to see what is on the rock that the Death Angel was pointing to, if anything. And I also don't know if we can take the boat to through the pipe. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. So those are all things we'll have to experiment with. Other than that, we do need to open more of the sanctum. Now that we know how that works, we should see what happens when we plug in the correct sigils. Like the sigils that we know we can plug in. And the rest of them we'll just have to figure out by either using books or stamps or something. We still need a like metro map system. I still need to reorganize my notes. But yeah, things are getting interesting. And I have no clue what's going to happen. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I hope you guys are as well. So thank everybody so much for checking out the video. I really do appreciate it. If you want to be notified if when I upload a new part of the Files of the Archives, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, as well as leave a like or comment if you so desire. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.
Upload successful. Click here to view previous files. Have a pleasant day.